So you've got this amazing idea, and you're convinced it's going to make you the next big thing since sliced bread, or, honestly, the guy who thought of selling water in plastic bottles. But here's the thing, nobody tells you at the beginning. A great idea without a plan is just a daydream with good lighting. A business plan is basically a GPS for your company, except it doesn't reroute you every 30 seconds when you make a wrong turn. It tells you where you're going, how you're getting there, and what you'll need for the road trip, fuel, snacks, and a realistic sense of time. Think of it like writing the script for your own movie before you hire the cast and blow the budget. Without it, you're basically filming a blockbuster by just winging it every single day, which sounds fun until the investors show up and ask where the plot went. The first thing your plan needs is a clear description of what your business actually does. And we mean clear enough that your grandma could explain it to her book club. If you can't describe it simply, you probably don't understand it well enough yet, and that's okay. Figuring that out early is literally the whole point of this exercise. Next up is your market analysis, which is just a fancy way of saying you need to know who's already out there doing what you want to do. You're not trying to scare yourself. You're trying to understand the neighborhood before you open a lemonade stand next to a lemonade empire. This is where a lot of people freeze up, because they think competition means game over, like showing up to a party and someone else is wearing your outfit. But real talk, competition actually proves there's a market, and your job is just to explain why your version is the one worth paying attention to. Then you've got your target audience, the specific group of humans on this planet who desperately need what you're selling. You can't sell everything to everyone. Even Amazon started by just selling books, not literally everything humans have ever manufactured in history. Once you know who you're talking to, your plan needs to explain your strategy, which is how you actually plan to reach those people and convince them to hand over their money. Think of strategy like your playlist for a road trip. You need a vibe, a direction, and something to skip when it gets weird. Now here's the part that makes grown adults break into a cold sweat, the financial projections. You're essentially making an educated guess about how much money you'll make and spend over the next 3 to 5 years, and you have to write it all down like you believe it. The trick is to be optimistic enough to stay motivated but realistic enough that an investor doesn't laugh you out of the room. Nobody's expecting you to predict the future perfectly, but they are expecting you to show that you understand how money flows in and out of a business. A business plan also helps you spot problems before they become catastrophic, which is way more fun than discovering them after you've spent your entire savings on branded tote bags. It forces you to ask uncomfortable questions early, like whether you actually have enough runway to survive the first year without selling your car. Here's the beautiful irony. The process of writing the plan teaches you more about your business than the actual plan itself does. Every section you fill out is basically a conversation you're having with your future self, and that future self is really hoping you thought this through. A strong business plan also becomes your handshake with investors, because these people have seen thousands of ideas and they're looking for someone who did the homework. Walking in without a plan is like showing up to a job interview and saying you'll just figure it out on the fly. Brave, but not exactly confidence-inspiring. The best plans aren't perfect documents locked in a drawer forever. They're living things that get updated as you learn more, pivot faster, and grow smarter. You wrote it once, but you're going to read it, argue with it, and rewrite it more times than you'd like to admit. So if you're standing at the starting line with a big idea and zero paperwork, today is honestly the best day to start mapping it out. Because every successful company you admire was once just a document, a dream, and someone brave enough to write it down. And if you want to learn more about how our company can help you build that plan and take your next steps, go check out the links in the description.